Hey, everybody. So we are back from Salem Horror Fest. Thank you to everyone that came out. It was an amazing event. Appreciate all of you guys so much for sending Joe off. Patreon members, you'll have that video soonish. It is dependent on Salem sending me the video, so see how that goes. Anyway, no shade. Anyway, while we were there, we recorded an episode for Hollyweird. Because we are going to officially be starting Movie Theater May, producer Lexi and I, for the month of May. We're going to be doing Movie Theater May. We have an episode where we tried to talk about some of the most recent movie theaters, films that we saw, theater experiences. It's way off the rails, though. Super funny, though, in my opinion. So check that out. That's coming up. Check that out. It's coming up after you hear me speak. And then after that, we're going to be doing some of the newer releases. I know Sinners is going to be one. I think Clown in the Cornfield is going to be one. And then we do have an interview with the owner of Cinema Salem that I thought was a super fascinating interview. I thought he was super smart, intelligent. It was a fun conversation, so I'm excited to drop that also. I think you guys might like that. So anyway, this month is going to be taken up by Hollyweird, so I hope you enjoy that. Anyway, as you know, Joe's on hiatus. So as I mentioned before, if when he decides to come back, it'll come back as THS. But until then, we're just going to fill it up with a bunch of fun stuff, and we had some really cool ideas coming too. That's a little different. So just going to try some fun things, and yeah, that's it, guys. So enjoy this episode of Hollyweird, kicking off Movie Theater May. Hooray for Hollyweird! I still want to put this leg over, but I got no shoes or socks on.
The way he curls his toes is so crazy.
I'm going to get cozy here. So we are here live in Hollyweird, Salem, Massachusetts. You know what? They should take Hollyweird.
I got up to pee during our interview today, and I heard you say Hollyweird to Marshall, and I heard the loudest laugh I've ever heard in my life.
You were in there?
No, I got up. I left to pee.
Oh, shit. I
heard the loudest laugh I ever heard in my life.
So for those, well, none of you know. So when is the Marshall interview going to drop? So first of all, this is dropping on the main feed.
Hello.
Is this the first Hollyweird episode on the main feed?
I mean, JDP was technically Hollyweird.
That's true. Against your wishes. After the fact. The first Lexi Hollyweird on the main feed. So we are planning to do your idea.
Movie Theater May.
Movie Theater May. Honoring the silver screen. So as part of that,
we come to this place for magic.
We're way too all over the place now. Movie Theater May. So I guess I'll let you explain what Movie Theater May is going to be.
The month of May, we are talking about movies in theaters.
There you go. Could have done that.
No, May, we're going to go to the theater each week and see something that's out.
Yep.
And then we're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. Except this week. Except next week.
Yeah. So tentatively, we're doing Sinners.
Yeah.
Clown in a Cornfuck.
Yep. Corn fart.
You guys say fart. I put fuck in everything.
Yeah, no, we're fart boys.
Like I say, for TJ Maxx, I say TJ Fox, but you would say TJ Farts.
Oh, 100%.
And then the last one is Bloodlines.
Yes. So
our final destination.
Our final destination, man. Like, I wasn't kidding when I said that Final Destination was like, everyone was like, you got to do it.
My sister texted me today, who doesn't listen to the show, and said, does that mean Final Destination's not happening, sad face? I was really looking forward to it. So.
A lot of people are going to be
sorry, Lauren.
Sorry to Lauren. Sorry to everybody. And speaking of being sorry, Joe's going to be here. That sorry ass motherfucker. We're waiting for him as we speak. We're in Salem. We're performing tomorrow night Tonight's Friday. We're performing tomorrow night at Salem Horror Fest. I kind of want to get into that, but maybe that's a bonus episode.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say something.
You know what I want to do?
I'm going to dish, motherfucker.
I don't even know that I'll be able to stop you. You know what I want to do? The Movie Crypt does the Cult of Arwen. I forget how much it is. It's like $50 or $100 on Patreon.
Yeah.
And they just let it fly in there, baby. Like, they name names, they drop names, they talk shit.
Yeah, I'll just do that for the regular tier. What the fuck do I hear?
The Cult of Rafa and Brody? Arwen's their dog. That's why it's called that.
The Cult of Poos?
Stop.
They're poodles.
They're doodles.
The Cult of Dudes? The Cult of Dudes? But it's DOOD.
And it's like Cult of Craven.
It's like Cult of Craven. The Cult of Craven. Yeah, no, they would just be the regular one. But yeah, so we're in Salem. We're doing the live show. I guess we should do a pod to dish on this because I think it's interesting. There's some interesting shit to talk about. But we also interviewed, all of this was to get all this way around to the joke that you were talking about before, which was we interviewed Marshall Strauss, who owns Cinema Salem here in
Just a
Cinema.
really stand-up guy.
I had a grand time with him.
I did too.
A grand time.
I can't say enough good things about Marshall Strauss.
I really can't either. He is A+.
No, he genuinely is like my favorite person alive now.
I agree. Super good guy. So are we releasing that on the main feed or no?
Yeah, I just don't know when.
After movie
We
theater?
can, well, no,
Wait, is May 5 weeks?
I don't know. I mean, maybe we could release it, but we just did the episode with JDP. I don't know. We'll talk about it. I feel like there should be a break between interviews.
Yeah.
But we could release it like sometime in the first week or second week to kick off.
Yeah, it's true.
With the real lover of the cinema.
And we could do an extra movie one, throw in an extra movie.
I'll do an episode every day.
Okay. Well, this week, even though we have one in the can as of right now, this week we were going to talk about, you had a big vision.
Oh, actually,
talk about
hold on. I have one side
movie
note.
history.
I have one side note. The Marshall episode is audio only because he was a little diva.
She means that in the best way.
I unironically love Marshall Strauss so much.
Yeah.
But he came in and he was like, this is a visual recording? And Sean was like, yeah, it doesn't have to be though. And he was like, I didn't get ready for a visual recording. Can we just do audio? He looked great.
Also, he looked just like any other old man.
He looked better.
Okay, that's fine.
Marshall, if you're listening, you're a queen.
Let me put it this way. You just showed me some pictures.
That look just like him.
Maybe worse than he did today.
And he looked great.
I think those were from like a newspaper.
Yeah, he looked fantastic.
Today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And every day.
And every day that we've known him for one day. No, the interview was super interesting. I think it's going to be great. I don't know if everyone's going to love it or not. But.
Well, I said to Sean right after, not even like kidding, he was talking sometimes and I just felt like I was supposed to start clapping. Like it felt like what you think a keynote speaker would be. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I was like ready. I was moved. I was touched.
I mean, I dug it because, if you'd listen to the Hollyweird, one of the earlier Hollyweird episodes that's on Patreon, I was like digging into the business of Hollywood and all that stuff and movies, and he got into it with us. And it was, I love that shit. I love hearing about the politics, the money, what you got to do to make a buck in the theater industry. Got to sell yourself. Not Marshall, though.
Correct. And I just love him. I don't know. Because he bought the theater because he loves movies. But he doesn't make a thing out of it of like, I love movies.
That's the crazy
It's
part.
like, I want to share movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so our humble, beautiful dad.
Father Marshall. I hate this recording setup. Again, we're at the Airbnb. Also, left the mics. We did a mic check today and did a setup for the show. Left all the mics there and then realized we couldn't record. So I had to drive to Walmart and they only had 2 pink microphones. The pink stinks. That's what we're going to call our gossip pod.
The pink stink. Love it.
And when we record it, even now I have to keep them. I can't return them. Now, when we go home, if we record a pink stink episode, we have to like visually put down our other microphone and be like, you know what time it is, and pull out the pink guy. Pink stink time.
Pink stink time.
All right. So what's your vision for this episode? You had a vision, and it was to talk about movies and
well, there were a couple of movies that came out in the last month or two that you and I both seen that we've refrained from talking about.
Yes, refrained. Have we actually? I think you've refrained. I didn't even realize that it was a...
And I don't listen to you sometimes when you talk, I don't know any of his thoughts on these things.
You don't.
But that, and then just some notable theater experiences, because we didn't have time to go see... Sinners has been... I haven't seen it yet. Sinners came out, 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
Every theater near me has been packed so much so that I don't want to go.
It's been nuts. But by the way, see the anyway, in the interview with Marshall, he kept reiterating how the theater is like a shared experience.
I know. People. I was crazy. Which is like, I get it in spirit. There are certain movies that I'm like, that was awesome.
Want to be that way.
The issue is like, if it were a crowd with respect, I would love it. But the more people in a theater, the more likely I'm just going to get fucking furious, because someone's going to be on their phone. Someone's going to like pull out their flashlight and try to find something. Someone's grandpa is going to be like, this movie's too quiet. You know what I mean? It's like, I need to be alone in there, because every time I'm not alone in there, someone's doing something wrong, unethical.
Unethical movie behavior. Do we have our next sticker?
Yes.
Unethical movie behavior with an X through it.
If you misbehave in a movie theater, you should be put to death.
You should. All right. So what are the movies you wanted to talk about? Because I think we only watched Hell of a Summer. Okay. What else?
Well, you didn't see Drop.
I didn't.
I got a free Drop poster at Cinema Salem today.
Oh, yeah.
I went to Salem Horror Fest and all I got was a Drop poster from Cinema Salem.
It's not far from the truth.
I got a t-shirt as well.
And a t-shirt.
We haven't had the event yet. Like, you need to see Freaky Tales. I'm looking at
I know. I have it. I've been so busy with this fucking live show. It's been crazy.
I know. I'm looking at... Yeah, I think all that you've seen is Hell of a Summer.
That's fun.
I'll talk about Freaky Tales, though, and you guys can listen to me.
Okay.
But...
So tell me about...
And I'm surprised you were so excited to see Drop, and you still haven't seen Drop.
I still have not.
You were like unironically excited about it. I just saw it because it was something to see.
No, I love a studio. I don't know why. I like those corny studio movies. Any of them. If it's like Unfriended.
Did you see Until Dawn?
No, not yet.
This fucking guy.
It just came out.
I saw it. I don't have a job.
I'm trying to keep my fucking life afloat over here. No, I got to watch Drop and I'll catch up. But also now I'm binging Dexter because you were like, you're so fucking slow at Dexter. So now I'm binging Dexter instead of watching the movies. I'll have to find some balance. I'll cram these movies. Anyway, Freaky overview. Give it to me.
You said Freaky?
Freaky Tales.
Oh, I thought you were talking, because we're talking Chris Landon with Drop, and it's like, there's too much going on. I got confused.
Yeah, that's true.
Freaky Tales. I'm going to make a claim right now.
Okay.
I think it's going to be in my top 3 of 2025.
Okay. I've heard nothing but good things.
I haven't seen that many people talking about it.
I haven't seen a lot of people talk about it, but the people that saw it are like, this movie fucked.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Set in the 80s. We all know I'm a sucker for that.
You know, it didn't look very... So, okay, is it an anthology?
Yes.
Is it a horror movie? Oh, because I watched the trailer for the first time and I was like, is this even a fucking horror movie? So there's the 4
segments. Let me think about them. There's one with like a punk band and Nazis. There's like a through line. So one of the segments is about a punk band and Nazis. One of them is about a rap battle.
Okay.
One of them is about a basketball player.
Oh, yeah.
Who gets his revenge.
Yeah.
And one of them is about Pedro
Mescal.
Yeah,
Pedro Mescal?
Yeah,
Mescal?
It's about him, who's like a con man and stuff happens. It has horror elements. The one with the basketball player it's carnage. It's like nonstop carnage, like good gore, like gags, like fun horror gags. It's not supposed to be serious.
Okay.
So, and it's like, I mean, there's horror elements throughout all of the movies, but that one's where it goes like balls to the walls fucking.
Interesting. Yeah, it didn't seem very horror-y.
It's not. It's a little bit of everything. A little something for everyone.
Okay.
But it's so fun. And all of them like tie together, like just with like the background characters and shit, you know what I mean? Like it's just really fun. And I'm not someone who loves anthologies.
I love them. Give me a gimmick. Any gimmick. If you give me a gimmick in a movie, I'm all in.
If you give me a theme in a movie, I'm all in.
Anthology.
Yeah, you are.
Give me something wacky.
Give me a theme.
Well, I think they all have themes. No, you want like a holiday. Let's face it, you're a holiday person.
I'm a holiday person. I am.
You want a movie that you can watch on a specific day every year. You want your calendar booked.
Y'all want to see my diagnosis?
You want it. You need to have a movie with a day in it. So
it's so fun to me.
I know.
I love it. But yes, Freaky Tales, so fucking good.
Yeah.
In the 1980s, Oakland was hella freaky. That's how the movie starts.
I love that.
It's so fun.
It was freaky.
It was freaky.
2 shorts in it too, right?
Yeah. He's in the rap battle.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Dude, it's so fucking good.
I'm so excited.
I want you to see it so bad. So yeah, that was good. Until Dawn was whatever. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't.
I'm excited for that.
This fucking guy. It was just fine.
No, but like any like popcorn horror movie.
I'm normally into that too. But do you know the plot of Until Dawn?
Yeah, it's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, except it's not interesting enough to be. It's not interesting enough a premise to watch done 20 times.
And there's a Wendigo. A Wendigo.
Drop.
Yep.
Moving right along. Drop.
Yep.
Was fine. I love Chris Landon. I need everyone in this world to know that Chris Landon, Michael Kennedy, and the other guy. I forget his name.
I don't know.
There's like a trio of them that all kind of work together.
Okay.
I would kill or die for them.
Kill or die. Oh, okay.
I love them.
So either or.
Kill for them, die for them.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay.
I would.
Okay.
Don't step.
But okay, so Drop is now okay. Drop, I'm sure, will not meet my expectations. I just thought the idea of airdropping somehow being in a horror movie, I was like, I fucking love it.
I'm going to airdrop everyone at the live show tomorrow. Something fucked up.
Or you should tell them to airdrop me on my laptop while I'm doing it.
Yeah, but you'll probably have your settings off.
Yeah, now I will.
I'm going to make something in Affinity tonight. I'm going to make a couple things to airdrop whoever's airdrop is on in the audience.
Okay.
And then I can come out and be like, is anyone else getting? Stop the show and be like.
Should we take a salacious photo of me?
Yes. Yes.
Like spread eagle on my bed.
No, you and Joe.
Wait, what?
You and Joe both on each of the twin beds.
Take a picture. Take a picture of Joe sleeping and send it to everyone.
I'm going to airdrop everyone the Linnea video.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
But Drop, that's like Christopher Landon just has a type of movie. It's not specific to him, but I can never put a finger or a word to like what it is.
Yeah.
But
Drop
you know
seems different though.
It has the feeling though of like freaky, of like Happy Death Day. It's like that general.
Really? It does?
A little bit.
Okay.
But what's interesting is.
Tell me all about it.
The letterbox reviews for it.
Yeah.
Were like literally almost all of them were like ultimately a remake of an unnamed movie. Like they wouldn't say the name of it, but they were like pretty good for what it is. I did some digging. They're talking about Red Eye. Which obviously you don't know the content of the movie, but like not really. But like so many Letterboxd reviews were saying that it was a remake of Red Eye.
Because it's on a fucking plane?
No, it's not at a plane. It's just about a woman who's being harassed in like the same location as...
Well, okay, so there's like a million movies like
I'm
that
aware.
because it's a common thing to happen to women. I don't know if you know about the plight of women. Let me tell you, I know gals. I know plenty of gals. They tell me about all these bad guys stalking them. Well, no, I mean, like, okay, well, it's all a remake of fucking P2.
So true.
Got him.
Hide the hot dog.
Hide the hot dog.
We never talked about Flight Risk, by the way.
Oh, we never did, and I watched it.
Well, I saw it in the theater, so I guess I can apply to this.
Okay. Flight
Risk. Who? Let me see some hands.
Let's show your hands. Show from hands from the audience who saw Flight Risk. It was us. That movie fucking rocks.
AI wrote it, right?
Yes. There's no doubt in my mind.
I wish.
And cast it, I think.
Dude, for sure.
Because and it was like...
Topher Grace and Marky Mark. It's like, what are we...
It was like, can you give us some actors with this budget? With a little nostalgia, too. Let's get a little nostalgia. And they were like, Mark Wahlberg, Topher Grace.
I said this to you. Topher Grace is playing Eric Foreman grown up in the movie.
He is.
Not even grown up. He looks the same. He looks the same.
I love him, though.
I love Topher Grace.
Remember when he shows up in fucking Heretic?
Yeah, but I didn't even
place him. That's the porno version, Harry Dick.
Is Joe here?
I don't think so. I think it's the people upstairs.
Oh.
I should check my phone, though.
Dude, when I was in Connecticut, Sean and I went to the archive and told Joe to meet us there. And he was like, yeah, I'll meet you guys there. Sean was like, he's not coming. And I was like, you don't know that. Sean was like, he's not coming. So then he was like, oh, okay, I'll just meet you guys back at Sean's house. So Sean and I are at his house, like finishing the set, decorating it, moving shit around. And Joe hasn't shown up. Sean and I forget where our phones were, but we were like in the basement in the garage, like moving shit from your office to the basement.
It was just that we were like so busy because we were like, let's do this really fast before Joe gets here. And we started like moving shit around. And then, sorry, I'm like distracted because there's footsteps like directly above us and I can't figure out if they're mad at us talking or if they're just walking around. Airbnbs, guys, you know. But yeah, no, we were doing, because I was like, let's get this done like before Joe gets here, like, so that way we're ready to record. And then I think I checked my phone and he was like, are you guys here? And it was like an hour prior.
Yeah, well, I was in the garage because his office used to be, where he used to record was in like an office in the garage.
Yeah.
And so I was out there combing through your fucking like horror shit. And you were like, oh my God, Joe's been outside for an hour. He didn't knock on the door once though.
No, he just waited in his car.
Like down the street or something.
But what was weird, what's weird though was the time was like the exact same time he got there was the exact same time we pulled in.
Yes.
So that was weird. But anyway.
I forget where that stemmed from. Hide the hot dog.
Hide the hot dog. We were watching
Heretic.
Harry Dick.
I couldn't place him and I knew going into it that he had a cameo and I still forgot that he was in it.
Could not believe that was him.
I love Topher Grace so much.
Do you think there was no reason to cast Topher Grace in that role because he doesn't do anything?
No.
Are they planning a little sequel, a squeakquel, if you will?
How could they?
The Heretic 2, the squeakquel.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Flight Risk.
Heretic 2, the squeakquel.
I listened to, because that was back in Woods. I think they directed it as well.
Yes.
I listened to an movie crypt episode where I feel like they're like friends with Topher. So they thought it would just be like a fun little cameo.
Yeah, that would make sense.
His role in Flight Risk, however, makes no sense at all. The fact that he's in
no,
that
fucking rocks.
makes less sense than the fact that he's in Heretic. Flight Risk.
Flight Risk opens with Topher Grace being arrested and then being like, they won't like let him out of his sight. And he's like, I gotta use the bathroom.
Also, they're in like an isolated cabin.
Yeah, he's like hiding out in Alaska. And he has to use the bathroom. So he's like thinking like the cops that arrested him will have to like let him go so he can try and run away. And he's like, well, one of your guys is gonna have to clean up after me. And she was like, it's a dirty job. And like looks at the camera and then it just says Flight Risk across the TV.
That movie is so fucking psychotic. And the biggest marketing budget of any movie in the last 20 years. Not factually, but I never stopped hearing about Flight Risk. I never stopped seeing ads about Flight Risk.
No, it
was everywhere.
It was huge. And it was so bizarre once the images started coming out of Mark Wahlberg wearing a bald cap.
Yeah. And the scene where Topher, wait, maybe I'm misremembering. It's been so long. Doesn't Topher like see that he's wearing a wig?
The whole movie is fucking weird because
I want to watch it right now.
The whole movie's bizarre because I just feel like the whole thing could have been stopped so many times.
There are so many lines in that movie that a human being couldn't have written.
The craziest part was like, rough thing. This cop arrests Topher Grace. She's extraditing him to someplace in the United States, I think, because they're in Alaska, so it's not like they're bringing him to another state. And Mark Wahlberg is the pilot. Mark Wahlberg is secretly not the pilot. And Topher Grace is sitting in the back, but like just directly one seat behind them.
Also the only other seat in the plane.
The only other seat in the plane. There's 3 seats in the plane. Pilot, cop next to him, Topher Grace directly behind the pilot. And Topher Grace sees the pilot's license on the floor and realizes the pilot is not Mark Wahlberg and like is being like trying to get the attention of the like cop. And the cop will look at him and be like, hey, shut the fuck up. And Topher Grace's face is like at some point you'd be like, something's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care that this guy's been wisecracking.
Also, acting like Topher Grace is like a hardened criminal threat of a person. It's Eric Foreman in your custody.
Also, if I was Topher Grace, I would just start like shaking.
Yeah.
Get their attention. But anyway, Mark Wahlberg has all the answers to that one, so it doesn't matter. Also, that movie, I'm forgetting. Oh, wait, no, I'm not thinking of that movie.
Well, okay, so the entire movie, right, Marky Mark's plot is foiled, and they, handcuff him to something in the back?
Yes.
And then the cop who's never flown a plane has to fly a plane.
Correct.
And there is a tech support person trying to fuck.
Dude. That was and I don't even know. This is why I think it was written by AI, because it seems like a red herring the whole time.
100%. And it amounts to nothing. He was just like flirting. And then when they see
But then meets each other at the end.
Yeah, but it's not even a meet cute at the end. It's just like
No, he was like, I was doing my job. But also with a little
But the whole time he's like,
sexiness.
what if I take you to dinner when you land? And she's like, maybe.
Like she's got this slick he's got this slick moves like Angel Batista.
He wishes.
When Angel Batista's like, you want to go out for dinner? And she's like, I don't do dinner. And he's like,
can I say something?
Can you not eat food?
Can I say something?
What?
Okay, I'm on season 6 right now.
On season 4, 3?
Batista, not my cup of tea visually. The more I watch the show,
no, are you?
And I'm Stockholm. No. There's a Batista's so smooth talking, and he's also just like sturdy. That if I knew him for some time,
yeah, something
might evolve between us.
He would just wear you down with his smooth talking.
Yeah.
I could see that. The other thing is he's always using his sexy voice.
Always. Turns out that's just his voice.
He's just like, hey, Maria. Not Deb. It's like very smooth.
Also, oh, wait, you don't know the spoiler about Dexter. I can't say it. We'll circle back.
Well, we're not talking about movie theaters anymore.
We're talking about movies. We talked about Flight Risk. Okay. Hell of a Summer.
Yeah, we got 40 minutes before Joe gets here.
Oh, he just texted?
Yes.
Okay. Hell of a Summer.
Maybe we can get an episode out of him. Hell of a Summer.
Yeah, fucking right.
Hell of a Summer.
What if he came in and we were just set up and made him sit down and start recording? He wouldn't even fight it. He would just do it.
Yeah, he would. I mean, actually, yes, that's probably the best way to do it. We should probably.
Hell of a Summer. We haven't not talked about Hell of a Summer.
Yes.
Thoughts?
Okay, so directed by Finn Wolfhard,
who Sean thinks is like the ugliest little freak who ever lived. I would kiss him immediately.
He is a grossy.
He's so charming.
He's not.
He's like adorable.
That's the
last. Like a fuckable adorable.
Oh my God, that's fucking crazy. Directed by Finn. Did he write it?
It was directed by him and his bestie.
Oh, that's
Bob.
right. They do another one of these friend things that we fucking already talked about. Fucking unreal. These fucking.
But the other guy is just Finn's bestie Bob.
That is true. And I think Finn is just like getting him work in other things.
Well, we did talk about Hell of a Summer. It's coming back to me now.
We did not talk about it.
Is that a bit we're doing?
What?
I was walking my dogs and we were on the phone talking about something with the show.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we talked about that, but we didn't talk about the movie in detail because you were like, stop, we got to record it. And now I've forgotten about it. But anyway, directed by Finn Wolfhard. A tribute to a slasher was what this was designed to be or claiming to be.
There's a world where it was.
There's a world where it was. But it's not this one.
It's not this one. No, it's not. Not in Hollyweird.
Not in Hollyweird. What a fucking lackluster bummer of a movie.
My Letterboxd review was hell of a bummer.
It was a real fucking letdown. And I actually went into it not expecting a lot. I think you had higher hopes for it than I did. I wasn't expecting a lot.
I thought if nothing else, it would just be nothing exceptional. You know what I mean?
I hope you try to flirt with Finn Wolfhard with that. If nothing else but not exceptional. No, I just there's a couple things. Can I tell you, from the moment it started, I already disliked it because I hated that they killed that couple at the beginning.
Yeah, you loved them.
That was like one of the cutest little
It's a gnarly slasher. It's breaking the rules.
Yeah, except it's not. I know. It was just that they made those people at the beginning like a little bit too likable.
You almost just fall over.
No, just a quick flip. I forgot I'm on camera. That's a nightmare. It probably looks psychotic. Oh, I still haven't reviewed the footage of our Dexter episode because I haven't put it out yet. When I drop my laptop, I want to see what my face looks like in that. That's got to be crazy. Anyway, so the beginning, I guess I just spoiled the beginning, but it's the beginning. Yeah, there's a couple gets killed and they were like the sweetest little fucking couple. I was like so bummed out.
Yeah.
Didn't set the tone for me. But it's a camp. The kid
set in current day, correct?
Present day, yes. And I guess the story is like one of the kids, he's not a kid, he's in his like 20s. The counselor is like way too old to be there.
Do you remember what his name is?
Mike?
Jason.
Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, I picked up on that.
Which I didn't hate because they didn't make like a thing out of it.
I was fine with it. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I actually thought it was cool. But he's returning to camp for like.
But talk about low-hanging fruit. Way too you know what I mean?
What's low-hanging fruit?
Naming him Jason.
Okay, we're going back to that. Yeah, sure. I didn't bite.
I would have loved it if the movie was good. But because the movie was bad, I'm like, that's so fucking stupid.
I mean, it didn't bother me.
Anyway, talk your shit.
So it's this counselor that is returning to camp for like but he's way too old. And his mom's pissed about it. She's like, you should get a real job. I'm fine with that. It's when all the other kids and counselors are like, this fucking old piece of shit. Like, hey, guys, like...
He's my age.
Who the fuck would give a shit? Was he supposed to be 25? Or...
Yeah.
But, like, also, again, still, like, who gives a fuck?
25, though. Like, Carter, one of my best friends, he's been a camp counselor at one of the camps in Michigan since he was, like, 16, and it's been the same staff every year. 25 is not that old to be doing that.
Especially if you're, like, there are professions and other jobs where you have summers off.
Yeah.
And you go do this for some fucking money and there's some free housing. Yeah. Who cares? Anyway, but everyone at the camp is like, fucking Jason, the fucking biggest loser on the planet. And dude, oh man, I mean, we could go into, I guess we're going to spoil the movie at this point. But so if you haven't seen this, skip ahead. I guess we could try not to spoil it. I don't know.
Who gives a fuck? It's been out for like a month.
I know. I hate, and I also hate trying not to
This
spoil
is your
things.
warning.
Yeah. No, well, so like when I would do like my solo episodes, which I hate anyway, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to spoil it. But then I'm like, then you don't have anything to talk about.
Right.
Because I never know like where that spoiling line is. So I take it way back. There's a million issues I have with it. The lack of gore, lack of kills on screen. The jokes were bad comedy, very bad comedy.
I'm just now remembering, we talked about this before you had seen it because there were a couple of things that I just couldn't keep to myself.
Yes. The boner that went on for like 7 minutes, just talking about it and like trying to make it funny, and just that was so fucking crazy. Yeah, it was.
And there were several jokes like that.
I thought you were going to continue.
That were just like sex jokes that like, who wrote this? Who is this? What is the audience for this
Finn
movie?
Wolfhard.
Yeah.
No, and they felt, I'm going to say this in a weird way, and it's not going to be the right way I want to say it, but it felt very Kevin Smithy in the way that, like, I think if you watch a Kevin Smith movie, you'll sometimes be like, this guy is a fucking idiot. And he's just saying all this insane shit because he thinks it's funny. He thinks the words themselves are funny, or like the cursing's funny. And then you listen to Kevin Smith and you're like, oh, wait, no, he's like this different person. That's what I think Finn was trying to do.
You have to take me back to this at the end.
Okay.
Kevin Smith. But yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I think Finn was like, it felt like Kevin Smithy, but he doesn't have, it's not his energy.
There was just nothing there that felt like 100%.
Nothing felt authentic.
Yeah, it's like they were leaning too hard into different things.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
Well, it's
either nothing, it's either they did it, I don't know how to articulate this. They either shot it as though they didn't know what the emphasis of the movie was,
yes, or
they shot it with everything being the emphasis of the movie.
It was the latter, because
like there's a through line with Jason pretty much, but like, and just having to like be the savior because that's who he is.
Right.
But there's like too much around it.
There's way too much around it. And then the love interest in this is one of the worst love interest things.
Oh my God, when they kiss at the end of the movie. Insane.
It's insane because the entire movie, she's like, Jason, the fucking idiot. And then they have one scene in the woods where she's honestly still like, you're still gross, but I guess you're nice. And like, by the way,
this Angel Batista.
This kid couldn't be nicer.
Yeah.
By the way, I actually found
he would annoy me. He would annoy me.
No, I found him charming.
I would hate him so much
because he wasn't overly obnoxious. Like, he was obnoxious, but he wasn't. It seemed like you could be like, "Hey, man, leave me alone," and he would leave you alone.
Yeah.
I don't know. He wasn't, and then maybe that's the other issue with it. It wasn't like I felt bad for him the whole movie. I was like, oh, this poor fucking kid.
Yeah, the only characters that were like written were Finn and his bestie Bobs. Those were like the only characters they cared about putting any like effort into.
Because they wrote it. But I don't even know. Were they even? Oh,
Dude,
I guess they were fleshed out.
Okay, there were 2 moments I laughed, though. I'll give my baby this. I said it to you before you had seen it, where he's talking about, he's like, yeah, I gave her head for 2.5 hours.
Oh,
and his friend's like, that's not fair. And Finn's like, I've seen Spider-Man 2 like 100 times. That made me laugh. And then the scene, this is so fucking stupid, but it made me laugh. When he's in his little robe carrying the tray of waters, he was like, I got everyone water. That made me laugh.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it. I didn't like either of those scenes. I thought that Spider-Man joke sucked.
Oh my God.
And again, talk about Kevin Smith inspired. I feel like he just discovered Clerks because he's like 14 years old. And he was like, oh my God. I want to say so many bad words. Talk about boners.
It's not Stranger Things. Wasn't he in another movie that was set in the 80s? Because I think of him as like the 80s kid.
He is the 80s kid, and he was in...
He also hasn't aged since he was a 12-year-old.
I mean... Yeah. Yeah, no, this kid can only play a thing from the 70s, because this motherfucker can only wear...
He was in Saturday Night.
He could only wear a bowl cut, and...
And boy, does he wear that.
Boy, does he wear that. Yeah, I don't know. I hate him.
Okay. Okay,
that's it.
But I have an ending note, but also this one's a little far back.
You wanted to go back to Kevin Smith.
4:30 movie.
Saw it.
Talk about movie theaters. Talk about theaters.
This is like the worst themed episode, by the way. We've gone all over the place.
But all of them.
And somehow I looked at the recording time. We're at 40 minutes. It feels like it's been an hour and a half.
There's no way
it's 40 minutes.
That's not real. Okay.
What a fucking nightmare.
I could talk for days.
I mean, yeah, that's the problem. What?
4:30 movie.
4:30.
Here, Kevin Smith.
Polarizing.
Hand to God, had never seen a Kevin Smith movie before 2022.
I know.
Well, my brothers love Jay and Silent Bob, so that was like around, but I never watched it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who Kevin Smith was when that was like on, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I watched all of them.
You keep talking. I'm going to grab wine.
Wine time! Pink stink wine time! So I had watched all of them in 2022, every single one of his movies, and then 2 months later did it again and was like, I'm Kevin Smith's biggest fucking fan of all time. And then I went to see Late Night with the Devil the second time. It was like a 666 screening. So it had been released 2 months prior. I saw it again. And it was introduced by Kevin Smith. And he, in that introduction, said, and turns out this is just how he is with everything. But he was like, this movie's so good. Like, this premise is so good. Like, I should have made it. Like, I could have made it. And I was like, oh, this guy fucking sucks. And ever since then, I've been like, Kevin Smith's a fucking loser asshole. Come on our podcast.
I think it's just to defend my man.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
And to be fair, I understand why people don't like Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith was surging when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with him in high school. I made a diorama for my history class using Mallrats characters. Huh? My dog's name is Brody after Brody and Mallrats.
Yeah.
Because that guy's the fucking greatest. Jason Lee, his name's Jason Lee, right?
Yeah.
Jason Lee. I fucking love that guy. I've been obsessed with him.
Did you watch My Name is Earl?
Wait, is Brody Mallrats or Chasing Amy?
Mallrats. Yeah.
Who's he in Chasing Amy?
The artist.
Yeah.
I forget what the name is.
Because I like his character. Banky, yeah.
Banky.
Yeah. See, I think it was between Banky and Brody for my dog.
He's so Brody.
Yeah. He is Brody because that.
Yeah.
And the red jacket.
Yeah.
The red brown jacket.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wish he was here.
Yeah. And then I tricked James into naming him Brody because I was like, yeah, Jaws. And he was like, that's cool. I was like,
Brody from Jaws is a cool name though to choose.
It is a cool name to choose.
I love that.
For a dog. What were we talking about? Oh, so huge fan of Kevin Smith. I understand why people don't like him. I don't know where I was going. Oh, to defend him. I think in his head, and I understand what he's saying to an extent, is like, how did no one think to do the live TV
that
fucking thing?
Kevin Smith just seems like a fucking asshole. And not in the way of like he's rude. It's just like he wants to be a part of everything.
I don't think that's true.
I'll admit.
I think he's just, I mean, he's a doofus for sure.
But also, I guess my gripe with Kevin Smith, and
Do you know him and his daughter have a podcast now?
That's
Have you
us.
heard the commercials?
No, but that's us. We should copy their commercials.
Wait. We should. It's insane because
Harley sucks.
She is the
insufferable.
Pits.
Yeah.
The pits. Can't act to save her life.
No.
Ugh. And the way she talks is so like she's that girl with the laugh that's like, ha, ha, ha,
yeah.
Ha. And you're like, are you even laughing? And I think they are, but you just never know.
No one knows.
No one knows.
But my other gripe with Kevin, and I'm really not a Kevin Smith hater.
Sounds it.
I'm really not though. I'm a hater of his personality. Mm-hmm. I'm not a hater. The original like View Askew movies.
Yep.
Fuck. I could put one on right now and enjoy it.
Love it.
However.
Dogma.
Love Dogma. Love Dogma. Underappreciated.
Because it never got released.
It did recently.
It hasn't come back, has it?
Yeah, it's out of print. It's not out of print anymore.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because
I think they announced that it was finally not going to be out of print.
Oh, well, when I tried to buy a DVD of it, it was like $30 at the time. The last time I saw it at the same store, it was like $5. So I think it's back in print.
Maybe it was just the condition of it. No, I don't think it's in print.
Well, Red State's out of print too.
That movie kind of fucking rocks.
I know you liked it. I didn't.
It might suck, but I just thought Kevin Smith doing a horror movie like blew my mind.
Anyway, as I was saying.
Sorry.
The original movies work for me. That's like my brand of idiot comedy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just like, it's good. This is, everyone says this, right? But up to his most recent movie, it was just like the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. It was another Clerks movie. It was just like, come on, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's not even like a reboot. It's line for line, like the same movies, but trying to do something different with it.
And Jason Mewes' new face because of his meth addiction. I kind of look like
Jason Mewes. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Pre-dental work, Jason. Because you know he wears dentures now.
They're crazy.
They're fucking nuts.
They're crazy. They're so big.
It's fucking so... It's
so
fucked. Like, I feel so bad for him, but like, when he's in that...
It's so scary.
I think it was the Jay and Silent Bob reboot was like his first appearance with them.
Dude.
And like, he's like in the car and like he opens his mouth and you're like, holy shit. I've never seen anything like that.
I want to see a picture of
And
that.
by the way, like, props to that guy. He got clean and like, unfortunately, he just like lost all of his teeth to fucking drugs and shit.
But it's like, bro, I don't know how, if he has a shitload of money, he's so hot.
I don't think he has a shitload of money. He lived with Kevin Smith for like years.
Regardless, yeah. So he might not have a shitload of money, but Kevin Smith is like his soulmate. And he must have paid for his veneers.
Agreed.
How did they? Money was not an object. I would have to imagine.
Kevin Smith, these people aren't wealthy. Like, they have a lot of money, but they're not like fucking crazy rich.
I can't find a picture of like the veneers.
Like, you become a drug addict. I become a successful movie director. You become a drug addict and you live in my basement and you knock out all your teeth.
Is this correct?
That's crazy. Yes, because they're flat, but they're flat above his back teeth, which makes it look wild.
It looks like they didn't get pushed all the way in. You know what I mean?
It's like they got pushed in the front and the back kind of slid down. Wait, is Joe here? Is Joey here? No.
Yeah. But anyway, 4:30 movie, his most recent movie.
4:30 movie. Yes. I really dug it. I hate that kid Austin because he's married to Harley Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever. Are they married or are they just dating?
Who fucking cares?
But he's growing on me because he's getting more roles and stuff now.
I think...
But it's a little... Here's my thing. My issue with Kevin Smith has always been the crowbarring in of shit. And like I'm going to reference this movie. You get it?
I just had a thought.
What?
I wonder if this idea on your... This idea you have in your head of an ideal situation...
Some vaguest fucking sentence I've ever heard.
Stems from Kevin Smith? Or other sources you said it stems from?
What the fuck are you talking about? I honestly have no idea what she's saying.
I'm getting there.
You're getting there? Or we haven't even... Okay, I'm ready. I drank like a bottle of wine so far.
You have vehemently always said that like your dream for the life is to do like a writer's room, to like bring your friends in to do shit.
Yeah.
That's what Kevin Smith did.
True.
His New Jersey Boys.
True.
And I wonder if you founded that idea in Kevin Smith, or if you never even connected those dots. Because you were a Kevin Smith fan growing up and that was like his thing. They were all just like his friends from home. What kind of friends?
I don't know if it was Kevin Smith that really did it. I mean, it could be. I've always loved the idea, and I mean, in my life, I struggle with the idea of change. I'm not somebody that's like I like keeping, like the idea of like, oh, I'm going to live on a street with all my friends if I win the lotto.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Like I'm always a fan of that.
Right.
Like just keeping my circle close to me. So I don't know where it stems from. It's probably some fucked up anxious attachment style. But we
need to get you on Marshall's podcast.
That's a joke for another week. But no, it might stem from that for sure. Like I think I probably clocked that and was like, I love this.
Yeah.
I love the reoccurring cast. I love all of that for sure.
But he doesn't do it the way RZ does it, because RZ casts these people in different roles. Like Sherry, Jeff, Richard Brake, they're all in different roles. Kevin Smith just has them playing the same roles in different movies, which is like fun. But at a certain point, it's like, okay.
No, I love it. I think that makes it even cooler. I love the idea that Banky and Brody are in the same world.
No, absolutely.
The same guy.
I am taken by the Mewes universe.
Yeah.
But there are times where it just feels too contrived.
It became that way, for sure. Because I don't think, like...
What movie was it? Was it the Jay and Silent Bob reboot where Brian O'Halloran just keeps saying I wasn't supposed to be here today?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Also, I'm going to be honest, out of all the fucking movies, Clerks is the last one that has needed as many sequels as it
cried at the third one, though, when he dies. I cried. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I probably did too. I mean, I cried.
Yeah, you probably did, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I've cried like at every fucking movie you can imagine. Ghostbusters.
My
Harold Ramis
sister
shows back
cried
up.
because that reminded her of our grandpa. And what's funny?
What reminded her of her?
Oh, I'm talking about Afterlife or Frozen Empire.
Oh, she cried at Frozen Empire.
Is that the ghost?
Ghost Harold Ramis?
Yeah.
No, that's just Afterlife.
Afterlife, yeah, that's when she cried.
I did too.
I didn't cry because I'm not a bitch, but
No.
he totally looks like our grandpa. So when when she was like, yeah, it made me cry, I was like, well, that's a little absurd, but I do understand the sense of it.
I listen to this other podcast. It's I forget what it's called. It's the guys with the Workaholics one. I'll listen to that sometimes.
Oh.
And one of them is notoriously like not a crier. Like they call him a serial killer all the time. And they're like, this guy never cries. And he's like, I've never cried in a movie. And then he was like, I cried at Afterlife.
That's crazy.
After he saw it. There's something, if Ghostbusters was your jam as a kid, seeing Harold Ramis come back was like, dude, I fucking saw.
And I think they did it very well.
They did it perfectly. And his son directed it.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the only way that works. Like, I feel like if it was a cash grab remake.
Yeah.
And they throw him in there. You're like, gross. Like, that's fucking weird. But like his son making it.
Yeah, it's cute.
Dude, his son probably was like they got to watch him make his dad in like fucking 3D.
I would hate that.
I'm back, Blinks. That's all right. Her dad's actually alive still.
We think.
Unbeknownst to her. Dude, he's going to come back and do the Harold Ramis, and then it's going to be like, oh no,
what
I'm
if
real.
In the next,
I'm not a ghost.
What if in the next Ghostbusters movie, my dad's in it?
It's the stupidest joke, but it's so funny.
How did we get to Ghostbusters?
I don't know. The View Askew-niverse, you got me on that.
Did you like Frozen Empire?
We have not talked about the movie we were here to talk about. Or we started it.
What?
Hell of a summer.
We finished talking about that.
Oh, we're done? You're done with that?
You said you were done and I said I was done. That was like established.
Oh, all right. Okay, well, what were you asking me? Did I like what?
Frozen Empire. Listen,
Frozen Empire kind of stunk.
We're just talking about movies.
This is why it's Hollyweird.
But
Hollyweird is just movie talk.
The bulk of these I've seen in the theater in the last year or so. And if
You're trying to make this work. You're trying to connect some dots here. Hey, I've got an idea.
Hit me.
Let's tell some stories about the old theater.
Oh, wait, before we do that.
Wait, I like a couch setup.
I'm not gonna do that. But I want like a deeper one. You know what I mean? That
yeah,
really, like,
yeah.
4:30 movie, I will say.
Oh,
I went into it.
I still haven't talked about.
Right. I went into it. When I saw it, I was in such like an angry depression. And there was a day I was gonna go see it, and I was like, if this ends up being too Kevin Smith, it's gonna like infuriate me, and I'm not in the headspace. I can't. Yeah. So I waited to see it, and when I did see it, I think it's my favorite Kevin Smith movie now.
That's kind of crazy.
I mean, I didn't like grow up with View Askew.
Yeah.
So it's different. But 4:30 movie like hit me in all the right spots. Like I related to it in all the right spots.
Let me pick up my pink stink to gab on this one. Sorry, the wine is kicking in so hard right now.
I can't wait for Joe to get here. He's gonna see the pink microphones and Sean wine drunk. What the fuck?
My pants are on the kitchen floor.
A cereal donut on the counter.
Dude, just groceries. It's a fucking mess in here. And it's all me. Anywho, 4:30 movie's pretty good.
It's fantastic.
No, there was like some shit I didn't love in it. That kid Adam Pally, is that his name?
I don't know.
Didn't love him in it. It was okay. It had some good heart to it. It just had a few moments for me where I was like, Kevin, what the fuck are we doing? Like, yeah. Also, Kevin's weird, like, kind of obsession with horror movies lately kind of bothers me.
But ultimate me-core is being like, it's just Poltergeist. It's not Poltergeist.
Oh,
1.
yes.
It's just Poltergeist. Me.
No, that kid was you.
And I'm okay with that.
That kid was you for sure.
No, 4:30 movie's great.
Well,
I would love to watch it again, but I have to procure my own Blu-ray copy of it.
If you've ever listened to the Kevin Smith podcast, a lot of that's Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin is that kid. Like,
right.
There
there
was shit ripped out of his like childhood stories.
Would it be insane to say that the 4:30 movie is to Kevin Smith? Wait for it. Do you know where I'm going?
No.
As the Fabelmans is to Spielberg.
I've never seen the Fabelmans.
Okay. Hit me up on Insta. Let me know your thoughts. People are either going to love that or hate that, but I think it might be.
Are you saying the Fablesman?
The Fabelmans?
Fabelmans? What a terrible name. The Fabelmans is his best work.
Not about best work. It's his most like personal. Like it's about him.
Okay. But is that what people say?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Has he said it?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
But it's like an autobiographical.
Oh, really?
To a degree. I mean, the character is named something else, but it's like how he got into film and like how his journey was as a kid.
I was hoping you were going to say, well, yeah, the character's name is Steven Spielberg. Oh, I was not aware. I'm like trying to argue whether it was him.
I love The Fabelmans. I want to watch it right now.
All right. So movie theater stories. We're going to wrap this episode up. One of the things you wanted to talk about was in Movie Theater May. It's our appreciation of movie theaters and best and worst movie theaters tales. Best and worst movie theater tales. So just thought of this right now because the wine's flowing. Ever get I'm gonna rephrase that. You ever do some nastiness in the theater with someone?
Yes.
Everyone has.
Sure.
High school?
20 years old.
Oh, a little too old for that.
It was during the pandemic, though, so no one was going to the theater.
Yeah, no, it's a little weirder, too.
Okay. It was during The Thing. They were screening the original Thing.
And
me and my boyfriend at the time.
Were you doing or were you getting?
I was fucking.
We're having sex in the movie theater?
No one was there. There was one employee in the theater. It was just me and my ex. That's a common occurrence. I feel like everyone I know has had sex in the movie theater.
Sex in a movie theater?
I spend a lot of time at the movie theater. It's bound to happen. I'm at the theater like 5 times a week.
Show up in your PJs. That's crazy. No, I would never have sex in a movie.
The thought. Because what are you referring to?
I don't need. We don't need to get into the fucking details.
What are you referring to? Just like head?
I mean, that's even crazy to me.
Well, that's crazy because one of the people can't be on lookout. Like it's up to one person to be on lookout.
No, you just diddle.
Sure.
You have finger stuff.
Sure.
That's what I was. And also, after like 17, it's kind of.
Carter and I saw Evil Dead Rise.
Slide into Alexi's DMs and tell her all about your theater experiences getting diddled or diddling others.
I'll call the police.
You know what? Wait, sorry.
Wait, actually, I might be interested.
No. Go to Joe at Boognish1985. Send him all of your DMs about your movie
steamy stories from the cinema.
And he'll relay them back to us.
When Carter's like my lifelong best friend. We saw Evil Dead Rise when I went to visit him in Maine.
Yeah.
And we were at this weird independent theater because the main theater was like sold out. There was a couple behind us who were like maybe 14, 15 who were fucking. And it wasn't an empty theater. Like Carter and I weren't the only people in the theater. It was like there were people in the theater and he and I were directly in front of them.
How do you have sex in a movie theater?
That one had armchairs. Like the thing came up.
The lever?
Yeah.
Oh, the armrest. Wait, so
I have reclining seats in all my theaters.
Okay, so the seats.
Roomy.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. So you're in the reclining seat. Are they just on top of each other, like missionary?
No.
They're pounding it out doggy style.
Can you imagine? That's so
in front of everyone.
Well, my brother,
like
this is interesting.
Style.
I asked Zach once because my brother managed at a Cinemark from ages like 18 to like 23. He said that people fucked at the theater all the time. And not only were the patrons fucking, he said that coworkers were fucking in the projection booth.
Hey guys, these fucking stories about Hollyweird go deeper than we think. DM Joe all the details about your conspiracy theories about the sex dungeons at the AMC theaters.
No, but my ex told me that we went to see a movie once.
Drunk.
I know you are. We went to see a movie once, and he was like, for whatever reason, we went to the theater like 3 or 4 times a week. For some reason, we went into one auditorium that surely we had been in before. And he was like, oh, my ex and I fucked in here once. And I was like, crazy thing to say to me of all people. So then anytime we went to see a movie that was in that theater, I was like, no. I forget what number it was, but like Auditorium 9, we're out. We're not fucking going to see this movie now. It's crazy. But that theater had like the fucked up old seats that never got updated. So I super don't know how he fucked in that theater.
Well, almost the old seats almost make a little more sense. You could like sit on their lap, I guess. Wait, so what's the position in a fucking recliner?
Just on top.
Okay, so the man is
correct,
laying down, and then the girl's on top.
Yes, in my experience.
Regular, not reverse cowgirl.
No, but I should have because I was trying to watch a movie. I was trying to watch a movie for sure.
That's fucking crazy.
It was during the pandemic.
If somebody tried to have sex with me in a movie theater, I would walk out.
If you were 20?
Yeah.
I don't believe you for a second.
You might be right. You might have gotten
20 is like a kid still.
Yeah, no, I guess I might have.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess I might have. But no, not a theater, dude.
Dude, like, but everyone in high school is getting fingered in the movie theater, I feel like.
That's what I'm saying. Digits are good.
Yeah.
Good digi. Good digits. No. Hand stuff in a movie theater all day.
Classic. Timeless.
That is, hey, timeless. Besides going to a bluff to make out.
Sure.
Bluffs were like, okay, hear me out.
I'm scared.
The 4:30 movie is to the Fablesman as necking at a bluff in the 1950s is to fingering in a movie theaters.
Sure.
In current times.
I get that. Do kids... I shouldn't ask that question.
Do children... Tell me more about the children's sex dungeon.
Are they still doing that though or no?
Well, apparently not. Everyone's just having sex. According to you. That's fucking crazy. Dude, I remember fingering my girlfriend. I almost said her name. I'll say it. It just makes me laugh. Riley. Shout out to Riley, my first girlfriend.
Hey, girl.
The best. Truly the best. She's great. Still is a great person. She's the best. Hopefully, there's no way she listens. Anyway.
I'm sending it to her.
Like, doing that in a theater with her at the time, like, blew my fucking mind. But I was like a goody two-shoe. I was a goody two-shoe. So, but like, I was like, oh my God, can you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't. We did.
You can't. Ask Paul Rubens.
Hey.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Paul. Paul got the short end of the stick on that one.
He did.
Jerking off at a fucking porno theater. What are we doing?
Getting arrested for it is crazy. Beating your dick in a theater is crazy. Going to a porno theater is crazy. There's nothing about that situation that's like...
No. If you want to go to a porno theater... By the way, also...
Do they still exist?
Yeah.
Porno theaters do?
Yeah, for sure. But here's my thing. They were around at that time. And especially in LA. Tons of them. Like, you're just walking down the street, there's a porno theater.
Isn't that what the New Bev was originally? Tarantino's theater?
Maybe. All I'm saying is, in a world where if you were walking down the street and you could see 3 porno theaters, doesn't seem so crazy to go into one at that point.
And beat your dick.
What else are you going to do at a porno theater?
Who called the cops?
Better question. Better fucking question. My thinking, somebody spotted him there and was like...
Pee-wee Herman's diddling himself.
Right. I mean, we're all sitting in the corner cranking one down.
Pee-wee Herman do it, though, I might call the police, too. I'm not going to lie to you.
No. See, it seems like a ransom thing to me. It seems like a fucking blackmail thing to me, kind of thing. I feel like some guy wanted to take him down a peg. You know what I'm saying?
Come down several.
I don't know what channel he was on. Let's say it was NBC.
Was Pee-wee on the air still?
Yeah.
Did it get canceled
I'm
after?
pretty sure, yes.
Obviously.
Yeah. All I know is if he was on NBC, bet you that guy from ABC diddling himself in the theater too.
For sure. Yeah.
I'm going to get that motherfucker off the air. He's killing us in the ratings.
Right. No, for sure.
Hollyweird.
Hollyweird.
Anyway, shout out Paul Rubens.
We love you.
Shaped my life.
Theater experiences.
Theater experiences. Oh, yeah. We haven't gotten to that. Well, diddling in the theaters is an experience. It's fun.
Sure.
It's a great time. I can't think of a worse one, a bad one, off the top of my head. I've had people talking. I've yelled at people in front of Joe, actually, at a Connecticut Cult Classics one, because they started doing like MST3K. Worse though, I think he listens to this. Anyway,
who?
It was a podcast that was like in Connecticut, and they were like doing the MST3K thing, and I was just like, hey man, like, which I guess is a growing trend at these like what would you call it? Like vintage nostalgic screenings in like small theaters. People show up and just like are laughing and making jokes through it just because it's old.
This is a phenomenon I've noticed.
Yeah.
Dude, holding my breath the whole theater. I have noticed if you're in a packed house and everyone's respectful up to a point, the first person to say something sets it ablaze, and everyone thinks it's cool to do it. Yeah. And if there's a jokester in your theater,
a classic jokester,
you might as well leave because
pack your bag.
Then it becomes a battle of the wits.
Oh yes,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
one guy says something that one guy says something like out of pocket that's actually funny. Even like I'll laugh,
and that's the problem.
And that guy is cool with doing a one-off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he knows time and place. Do I co-sign it? No. Will I laugh? Sure. There are people that can pull it off.
Right.
But then everyone else is like, I'm funny. You know what I mean? I'll say something funny. Yeah. And then everyone's just like, bro. And then everyone starts doing it.
Yeah.
So
it's a fucking nightmare.
It's a nightmare. So everyone just keep your mouth shut in the theater because you're going to make Joe Blow Nobody think that he's on fucking like Mike Night. You know what I mean?
That was such a fast... There's like 7 words in that 1 second. Joe Blow Mike Night.
But I'm serious.
No, you're right. And this guy was on a podcast and like, I think he might have gotten a laugh originally. Again, that like fuels it, which is just like way worse. Like, take your laugh and go. That's it. That's your one for the night. Go for it. And it was just like nonstop. And like, you know, our Joe is a good guy. He doesn't confront people. And I was like, I'm going to say something to them. And Joe was like, I don't know. And I was like, and then he did it one more time. And I got up. I walked over our Joe and was like, hey, shut the fuck up.
Been there.
And yeah.
Been there. I hate a shusher.
And now he listens to our show.
Hey, shout out.
Shout out. No.
I hate a shusher.
Good guy.
Say it with your fucking chest. I hate a... Tell me to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's like...
That's a crazy stance. But shushing... Would I shush? I don't think I would shush.
And it's also just like ugly. Like if you're shushing someone, dude.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a shusher.
I'm not either.
I gotta keep, make sure.
He's been outside for an hour.
Dude.
Has he? Is he here?
No, he's not. My fucking sleep thing went on, though. My sleep focus. Oh, fuck. Gee, I just had like a fucking heart attack.
Because you thought he might have been here?
Yeah, just sitting out in the... After our story, we just told he does it again. All right, it's off. Wait, I have a missed call.
But, yeah.
No, I don't.
I will yell at people in theaters. Except the thing is, it has to get to a point because I understand that in telling someone to shut the fuck up, I'm then causing a commotion.
Yeah.
And being annoying as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it has to get to a certain point. But I will, and I have. You know what I mean?
Shush it.
I always just want to pour my lemonade all over their heads. But I'm scared I'll get shot, so I don't.
I'm thinking about shushing. The word itself is funny. Yeah, I don't think I would shush.
You know how big of an asshole you have to be to do that?
It's such a crazy noise. It's not a word.
Do you know, you have to be like the worst kind of person.
I'm so drunk, so it's like, it's so funny to me. Shh.
Dude.
Just air.
It's
You're just
insane.
blowing air
It's
through
insane.
your teeth.
And you think you're like doing something with it. You're like, yeah, I showed that fucking guy. It's like, no, you look like an asshole.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think I could shush.
If I
would say shut the fuck up.
If I were an asshole talking in the theater, if I were like a kid and someone shushed me, I'd be like, immediately be like, this guy's a fucking loser.
It does.
And start making fun of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're gonna lose that battle.
Yeah.
You gotta toughen up.
Yeah. I'll call an usher in. Like, I don't care.
I'll do that.
And it's a little bit more respectful.
What, the usher?
Yeah. Except
they should have an alert, a phone app. Oh, but then you gotta pull out your phone.
What the fuck are you saying to me right now?
Lexi thinks she's fucking cool because she turns off her phone.
I don't think I'm cool because of it. It's just something that I do. I don't like the theater.
Lexi dated somebody that thought that you had to sit in uncomfortable seats to view a movie, and now she turns off her phones in theaters.
I turned off my phone in theaters for years because the movie theater is my church. I go there like no, I'm serious.
Here we go.
No, I go there like 4 or 5
Here we go.
times a week. And I turn my phone off.
By the way, that pause and look means I'm going to get screamed at after this episode.
And I turn my phone off because my theater time is the time that I'm not a part of the world. Nothing can reach me within those walls.
I appreciate that.
And I like it. It's not about my
I just need to check the time every once in a while.
My volume on my phone hasn't been on since I was like 15 years old. It's not about concern of my phone ringing. It's about no one can get me.
Sanctity.
No one can get me.
You know what? I like that.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should do that more.
But ushers, I wish there were an usher in every theater. Just standing guard. The
usher
Calvary.
gutters.
The Calvary.
Usher gutters.
Yes. Because then it's like the issue with ushers that aren't ever present in a theater are, these kids are being fucking assholes. You're not trying to cause a scene. Also, I'm like scared to yell at kids at theaters because I feel like they're going to be like, you're fat and ugly. He's here.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Joe's not going to record. He doesn't have a story. So I said you're not going to record. Joe's tired. He just came in from a concert.
Plus, now I'm tired. Been off.
What? Well, that would probably be bad.
I would be tired too if I had been up since.
All right, we got to wrap this up
He's so drunk.
So we can gab with Joe. We got to wrap up so we can gab.
Okay, it's Joe time.
All right, it's Joe time.
Showtime's over. Now it's Joe time.
Showtime's over. Joe time to what? Showtime to Joe time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Showtime.
Movie theater May.
Movie theater May. Okay, best movie theater story. Went to go see Sin City opening night. This is such an awkward position. Went to go see Sin City opening night. I'm pumped. Excited. And weirdly, this is like I'm surprised I haven't told you this. But this was with my good friend, Susie.
Okay.
Who, anyway, just recently reconnected with. You can make noise. You don't have to be quiet. Also, you don't have to sneak around like a cartoon character. You're making the same amount of noise, but just walking like a cartoon. Wait, but isn't that funny? That's like what we all do. That's like funny. We all like when we're trying to be quiet, we like do this weird tiptoe that does not make you more quiet. Like we all sound the same.
In the role of a lifetime.
In the role of a lifetime tiptoes. We went to go see Sin City. There's never been anyone more excited. Loved the Frank Miller comics. Was obsessed. I'm like so stoked. And I was like, that's so crazy. They're showing it. And it was online. It was Thursday at midnight. And I was like, oh, it's a work around the system because it comes out Friday. Go to the theater, line of people outside. We're waiting.
I miss midnight screening.
These kids in front of us, they like kept like looking at me. And I was like, eventually they were like, hey, do you work here? And I was like, no, nah. And he's like, oh, this is like a company only thing. Like it doesn't open till tomorrow. It's not a midnight opening. but for some reason it was listed online. And I was like, oh, fuck. And like, they were like, we'll bring you in with us. Like, we'll say you're with us.
They're with the band.
Yeah. And they got us in. And
Aww.
I was like, let's go get some snacks. Let's go get some candy at the gas station and come back. And they were like, okay. And I paid for their candy at the gas station.
That's cute.
But wait, so I recently actually like kind of reconnected with Susie recently. And she brought this up the other day when we were talking. And the way she was like, that was probably like the last good moment of my life. And I was like, you know what? I agree. Like that was like the last like precious like moment of my life where I was like, life is so good.
Yeah.
And then after that, everything went downhill from there.
Yeah.
But I remember it, and I got to see it the day before everyone else.
That's fun.
And I fucking loved it. Yeah. And then, what's another one? I used to go to the drive-in theaters. There's nothing really there. But one time I almost missed the Dallas Stars winning the Stanley Cup at the drive-in theater.
I have never loved the drive-in theater. There was one 20 minutes from my house growing up. That
never
was
loved it.
A regular thing. And then there's one in Chardon that's like 20 minutes from my house. And I saw Jaws. I've seen Jaws and Halloween at that one. But it's just like, who wants to watch it? It's not
in your fucking car.
Yeah.
Farting.
Yeah.
Fucking just
sounds like shit, smells like shit.
It's a shit fest.
I saw
drive-in shit stir.
I saw The Cabin in the Woods at the drive-in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw Blair Witch.
Did you?
I did.
That's cool.
We were.
But to bring it all back to the beginning and to end this episode.
Yeah.
I saw the movie Stop Motion at Cinema Salem last year.
Yeah.
In the screening room, which is a small theater that has about 25 seats. Stop Motion was a super independent movie, super weird, horror, gory, gnarly looking movie, just like gross. I mean, it was good, but it's like gross. There was an old woman in the row in front of me whose flip phone rang like 7 times during the movie. The 3rd time I was like, we can't be fucking serious right now.
No.
4th time I was like, dude, are you being like serious right now? She did not acknowledge me. Rang a 5th time, she answered it, and I was like, get off your phone. Like, are we being fucking serious? And someone else, the 6th time it rang, someone else finally chimed in and was like, ma'am, like, please. Never acknowledged any of us. When the movie let out, I couldn't make this up if I tried. And like, nothing has ever been less about this in the history of the world. When the movie let out, I sat down at a table to do something on my phone, and the woman came over to me. I don't think she knew that I was the one who was like being like, can you please shut the fuck up? She came over to me and said, I just saw Stop Motion. And I was like, okay. And she said, I think that movie was about lesbianism.
What? For no reason?
For no reason.
Is that what the movie was?
The movie is not about. Not at all. I don't even know how someone comes to that conclusion at all. At all. It's about
because you're just.
It's about a woman who does stop motion animation and like sinks into like madness because of it, and like starts like using her own skin to finish the puppets. Yeah, it's about lesbians. And then she said it to another person at the theater. A woman.
So this person's not well.
I don't know.
How old were they?
Not like super old, but old. And so she said it to another woman at the theater who had just seen a different movie that was playing. And she was like, what did you see? And the woman said whatever it was. And she was like, oh, I just saw Stop Motion. And the woman was polite and kind. And she was like, okay. And she was like, I think it was about lesbianism. And the woman was like, oh, okay.
It's not.
But when she said, oh my God, this just came back to me. The woman was like, that's great. Because the old woman was saying it like,
you get me?
yeah. And the woman was like, that's great. It was bizarre. Cinema Salem.
Cinema Salem. Check it out.
We love you, Marshall.
Friends of the community.
Friends of the community.
Very strong friends of the community.
Actually, genuinely. It's just like a good organization.
Yep.
Lovely people.
Make that clear.
Very clear. He fights for your right to watch movies.
To party. Anyway, guys. Yeah, that's it. Movie Theater May.
Sinners next week.
Starting Sinners next week. Marshall's interview at some point.
Clown and a Cornfuck.
Clown and a Cornfuck. By the way, we've been talking about that movie for a while because I was like, is that really going to theaters? They have commercials running in the playoffs of like the NBA.
Do
like
they?
they're paying money.
That's bizarre.
It's crazy.
Clown and a Cornfuck, I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's playing at every theater within an hour of me except for my theater, which picks up the craziest movies of all time.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Because it seems to be nationally broadcast.
I
also.
know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe they're asking too much money for it and your theater's smart.
My
It's like,
theater
hey,
showed
we're
the
not
rule
paying-
of Jenny Penn, so
Yeah, but probably for the cheap, on the cheap.
maybe. My theater has 16 screens and they fill all of them. Clown and a Cornfuck, we'll see you soon. Come hell or high water.
Hell or high water. I can't talk.
Where's
I'm going to have
Joe?
another glass of wine. Joe's asleep, I think. All right, everyone. Thank you. We'll see you at Salem tomorrow. That you won't hear this. You'll hear this like 2 weeks later. But
Goodbye from home.
goodbye from Hollyweird.
I love you, Marshall.